Hey guys, it's Grace. So today we're in the back of the truck in my driveway. Um, I figured today I'd film a what's in my truck, and what I'm planning on adding. I don't know, I like watching videos like this, so. Alright, so first up in the truck, I just have this milk crate of stuff. So this is a curtain, and I hang it up here. This is metal. I don't know why, don't ask. This one's glass, so I have it, that way it connects here, here, and it comes all around here. That way when I'm sleeping, no one can see me, and I have these blocking the windows. I'm planning on getting the windows tinted, so that hopefully I don't really need these, because they're having a hard time staying up even with like the super heavy, like it's the heavy grip 3M adhesive Velcro. I've got this shower caddy, I think that's what it's called, knife, bungee cord, a rope, more 3M stuff, zip ties, screwdriver, 2 lighters, and then camp's food bowl, water bowl. I got my hammock. I got propane. I have this. I think it's cute. And my plan is to get rid of this milk crate and build a drawer, a pull-out drawer, and this will go on the drawer. And then camp also found another deer antler on one of our hikes last week, and I'm going to use it as the drawer handle, which I think will be pretty cool. So I'll show you what I kind of did for insulation, which it's not the best. I threw this together in the middle of the winter, but I insulated just the corners here, and then insulation here, which really, like, I can do so much better once, like, it's warmer consistently. These are just extra pieces that I have nowhere to put right now. Insulated the back and behind the bed, insulated up top here, and then I did have insulation there. Don't know where it went. And then obviously these boards are insulation. And then I did have insulation on the roof, but since it was so cold out when I was doing this, it wouldn't stick. So that's another thing I have to redo. Things I use for comfort in said truck. I have an actual pillow. I didn't buy a camping pillow. Also, I know most people who do truck builds buy, or they like make their own beds. I just went and bought one from IKEA because I had an extra mattress, an extra twin size mattress. So I'm just using that. This build was specifically the cheapest freaking thing that I was trying to do. Like, I was trying to throw this together as cheap as I possibly could. The truck, $500. Okay. The repairs on the truck, however, a lot more than $500. So that took a lot of the budget. I'm poor. Okay. This is a desk that I have clamped on the sides here. This is my little plant, fake plant that I have velcroed on. It's messed up because my cat was eating it. This is a sleeping bag suit. Sleeping bag suit that my mom got me for Christmas. And back here, I have a propane heater. I thought that during my last trip that I was gonna have to use this, but the truck honestly stayed like pretty warm, which concerns me for summer camping. So I'm gonna buy like a battery operated fan, and I can open these windows here, and hopefully I can just like clip the fan here, or I don't want to put it down the end because I have locks, which I'll also show you. They're fridge locks to keep the glass closed. That way people can't open up my glass while I'm sleeping. Okay, and here's a part that's a little weird, right? This is spray foam insulation. There was a huge gap between the cap and the bed. This looks crappy too, but I spray foam insulated it because there was just a shit ton of water coming in. What else did I do to the truck, you may ask? Whatever that's called, I sealed the windows, like all of them. I sealed all of them to keep water from getting in. There wasn't water dripping in them, but this was just like a just in case. I didn't even want to risk it. Okay, so what else is in the truck? I'm not sponsored. This is the Anchor Solix. Can't remember the thing, like the full name, but this is what I use to charge my phone camera. There's also like a car socket, so you could have like a heated blanket or something. The only thing I used this for on the last trip was to charge my phone, and it has a light for reading, and I used it for one night, and it only went down by like 2%. That's pretty good if you ask me. And you can also plug in solar panels to charge it back up. Under the bed, and what's going to go in the drawers, all of this stuff is going to also go into a drawer, but under the bed right now is a camping stove, the tie out for camp, and a camping chair. I am getting a different camping chair. I'm getting one of those fancy, like, rocking chairs, because I had one before. Loved it. This mat here, it's just like a carpet. It's like an oil mat that you put in like a shop to soak up oil if you spill it. The nice thing about this is I can just pull it out. I don't have it glued down. And at the end of the summer, my plan is to like clean the truck out. I can take that out, pressure wash it, let it dry, put it back in. Underneath of the mat is just like a 1/2 inch insulation board. My plan is make a drawer, pull out drawer, and then also I'm gonna buy some wood and line the truck bed with it. Have the insulation under the wood, and then on top of the wood, put the carpet back on top. Camp, since he's disabled, can't walk on like hardwood floors and stuff very well. It's too slippery for his back legs. So as much as I'd love to just do a laminate flooring like base and just have this all wood, I built this truck for him, so it has to be accessible for him. I also need to get a ramp for him. I really want to do that cool thing where you get like hinges that you can pull up, so I can have like a cooking table right here instead of cooking off the back of this. If I'm not able to do that this year, it's not a big deal to me. But yeah, that's my truck. I mean, it does what it's supposed to. It's comfortable. The bed's comfy. This is something you could do. And you see so many truck builds that are like a lot of work put into them, and I aspire to do that one day. You don't really need a lot. If you have like an SUV or a truck with a bed and a cap, it's totally doable, especially if you're not going to live in it, if you're just going to go out and go camping. Get yourself an IKEA bed. Get a cheap ass mattress online, or even you can do the thing where people just build their own little bed, and you get one of these like mats. I have a blow up camping mat down here, and you can just do something like that. So the total that I spent on doing just this, the truck was $500. Not everyone's gonna find something like that. I understand. The bed was free. The IKEA bed frame, $70. This table here in the IKEA as is room, $10. This thing, the Sol Anchor Solix. That was like 100 and something, 150 maybe. Insulation, the roll insulation, I believe I got one roll and it was 20 bucks. The foam boards both were 25. It, I did this back in December though. Okay. Prices have gone up and are going to go up. So it might not be as cheap now, but it is doable. All right, so the lid's closed. So what the hell? Get get out of here. This is a fridge lock, and I only thought about fridge locks because at my job, I work in like a clean room slash lab, and we have locks on the reagent fridges. Well, I looked at it one day and I was like, well, why don't I just do that? But this just pops in to here. So then you put the code in, and it unlocks. So I have both sides like that, and you can't, when they're locked, you can't push this up unless you really freaking try. Outside this lock that I just put this on, which I understand it's not super deterring from people trying to break in, but at least it's something. So yeah, that's the end of the truck video. Probably super boring, but I just wanted people to actually see it because I didn't really film the inside of it when I did the camping video. I mean, like I said, if you already have an SUV or a truck, buy a bed. Take the passenger seat out and the back seats out for a weekend. Store them in a garage if you have one. It does cost money, but it's doable for the most part. Maybe not for everyone. I wouldn't have been able to do this if I still lived alone. I will say, I don't know if I'll have this next year. I'm kind of thinking of trading this or buying a van and selling this, but I'm gonna use it this year. See how I like it. Last camping trip wasn't too bad. I enjoyed it, but I feel like a van might be a little safer, a little bit of a safer option. But yeah, that's my truck video. Thank you for watching. If you want to stick around, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video or camping trip. I don't know which one's going to be first, but we'll see. Find out together. Hasta luego.